I'm Jordan. I'm 23 and I'm a young professional. I've only got half a sausage left, so I left them in the oven at work. And, so that was my grad job there, you know. Not making sausages, but toasties, coffee.
So do you put the sausages in the toasties?
Sometimes, yeah, in like a morning period, you know, when people are too hungover to contemplate actual food, so it's just sort of shoveling whatever in it. But anyway, I left these sausages in a bit too long to take them all home to eat myself with indignation. So I'm eating them now.
Uh-huh.
They're a little bit crunchy. So how do you eat a sausage in a non-erotic fashion? Easier or not easier than a banana? A sausage is the more natural penis, isn't it? I mean, obviously, banana, you've got a... I mean, don't get me wrong, we like some of us do have a slight curve in the phallus, but with a sausage, it's the more traditional penis. I like shithouse indie bands from the early 2000s. That's where I was yesterday, Middlesbrough, and watching the Cribs. Yeah. You know how with like band merch, t-shirts and stuff, you buy from the dodgy geezer outside, don't you? You give them a £5 and you get your shirt that comes off when you wash it, like in the first wash, and like your Cribs becomes like the Cry or something, or like the Cubs. But there wasn't a guy there, so. However, the t-shirts were a little bit cheaper than normal in the actual official. I think they were £15.
And what do they normally cost?
Are they normally about 20-25 these days?
Well, you tell me.
How much is a loaf of bread?
Well,
Or a pint of milk?
Depends on the bread you get or the milk you get, I suppose. I mean, if you went for like...
Or a pot of hummus. How much is a pot of hummus? That should be the term, shouldn't it, really?
Yeah, well, often 2 for £2 if you're in the right place, but sometimes it can go up to £1.50 if you're get some decent hummus.
£1.50 for a single hummus?
Well, it depends how big the tub is as well, you know. If you're getting like 300 gram at £1.50, and if it's nice hummus, I mean...
Well, it's like a Ben & Jerry's size tub.
Wow, it depends.
So yeah, I like doing that. What else? Tinder, that's fun. Football. Beer.
What's your favourite beer?
Carlsberg Export.
You got any?
No, that was a joke. So I'll get Guinness or the occasional Blue Moon because of the wanky orange you put on the top. Just adds to the taste, doesn't it? Much like how cold it is and how good the clink is. Obviously different if it's on tap. That's quite nice as well if it's on tap. But then you don't get the clink. Still get the cold, don't get me wrong. But no clink. How many sausages left? Man's not got sausages. Man's not full. I'm a messy coffee maker. It's going to be embarrassing for me.
That's alright.
And they'll judge me for my use of coffee. These bloody nerds out there, won't they? These purists. I want the Azuras in there and all that stuff. As you can see, sort of remains of the plate here from yesterday. I play by the rules, like that. Obviously, just giving it a quick rinse there. Might have been on the side the day before. I think to give it a quick rinse, it's like the famous 5-second rule, isn't it? Did I even turn the kettle? I didn't, did I? Amateur. Of course, if I had another kettle here, At this point, I could race them. Don't. So, just the one kettle. Interestingly, was the Asda Smart Price kettle? I feel like it might be. Coupled with the Asda Smart Price toaster. Obviously, just the two, not the four. But values there. So I'd like to think if we had a big Tefal boy in there, then it'd probably be absolutely tearing this apart now, almost like DeAndre Yedlin running it, like Gareth Barry or something. Right. Just like the mug though, isn't it?
That's solid.
Obviously not quite like the bucket mugs you associate with the likes of Sports Direct, but
Quite a quick kettle, that, isn't it?
yeah. You know what? Look quite well. This is the part where I pour most of the water onto the counter. Oh. Well, those of you who didn't do GCSE sociology, I believe. I think the Hawkins effect is just playing up to the camera. So the idea was they'd go into schools, like Ofsted was where in school inspectors where you knew they were coming in, so people wouldn't behave in the way that they usually would. That sort of thing.
What are you suggesting? This isn't
I'm not quite sure how it relates to making coffee. I don't know why did I use it. Oh yeah, because wasn't spilling water on the side as I usually do. So as you can see, not well, it's not a clean surface, but it's not a waterlogged surface, unlike Fratton Park back in the 90s. So, cheers. Now, I'm going to have to go back through here now because I don't have any biscuits in this room. And I'm a fan of the breakfast biscuit. Plus I've got no sausages, so. So I placed the paraphernalia box biscuits in above the Treasures of Noel Coward's Star Quality because he might be a notorious pedo. That's the reason for that. It was 80% off at WH Smith, which has got to set the alarm bells ringing, hasn't it? But for me, didn't notice until I paid a fiver for the book. By that point, the damage is already. I've already funded paedophiles at that point. How possibly. I mean, we don't know for certain. He died, I think, 1974. In the 70s. So yeah, he's long gone. For any of you young theatre goers or theatre studiers, God help you. That's no coward.
Yeah, did you learn much about him? You went to uni, didn't you?
Yeah. That's my final statement.
Okay.
It's a good coffee, this. By which I mean, it's coffee. I think I'm done for those for the day. Might revisit them later, but I'm feeling pretty energised for the day ahead now. Pretty revitalised. Had my tub of sausages, coffee. Really starting to feel the after effects of having 6 sausages now. It's really sitting in there.
That's not great, is it?
No.
How much do you have all 6 for?
Huh?
I mean, did you have to have all 6?
Do you have to eat X amount of anything? You do. As you can see by remains here. quite easy to for food habits to degenerate. You stick a spoon in and then hey presto, abracadabra.
How many calories are in that bad boy?
A fair few, has to be said. You're looking at 209 per 100 ml, 500 ml in here, so that takes you over a 1k. Which is a fair wad, isn't it? Really?
That's that. It's just under half your daily intake, isn't it?
Alright, I didn't ask for a lecture. I feel bad enough. It was yesterday, it wasn't even today. And we just start a new day.
Well, you're the one who brought it up, I mean.
Actually handily fell near the recycling pile there.
You play the drums? There's some drums there.
Yeah. Very, very occasionally.
So what song is that?
It's called Random Works 16 to 17. Not blessed with too many in the songs department. Could just about maybe remember 1251 by the Strokes. Oh god, this is nerve wracking. This bareback out the Strokes. I think I need the beat, I need the beat. Currently using the app Deezer. So, yeah, there you go. Apparently I've got one favourite track, which is Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. I don't want to carry that one to my deathbed, to be honest. But see if I remember now. Cut it. I'll give it one more go. Okay, so by some bizarre turn of events, I'm bashing onto Jangular 2000s indie rockers, The Strokes, and their song 1251. So, yeah. The words I saw, is this the stage? Do you know what?
How's it going?
This is an absolute crisis. All I've got to do is hit the hi-hat and the snare a few times. That's the thing with these bands. It's do you know what? Okay, we'll hit it once more. Third time, lucky and all that, but I need to find a new career at this point. That was better song. I'm coming. I'll be right there. Got a bit carried away at the end. Wrist's a little bit tender.
Why was that?
Well, it was from the incessant wanking I was doing yesterday. Now, from playing the drums. That's what I've been sat here doing. Like, in a fashion, I know, but it's still an attempt, isn't it? You can still get strained from an attempt. Look at Daryl Janmaat in the Premier League last season trying to keep up with Leroy Sané. He still got injured from an attempt. It wasn't a very good attempt. He still ran and got injured. Pulled his hamstring, couldn't keep up with him. He tried. So in a way I'm Daryl Janmaat, aren't I? Much like Daryl, I did actually have a little spell at right back in Sunday League football. Occasionally. I was very attacking fullback though, didn't defend. Much like Daryl as well. So what I'm trying to say from all this is basically me and Daryl Janmaat are the same. I don't know how that came about, but I'm sure he does well for himself. Probably got about 50k a week. He's played for Holland. He's wore the badge on his shirt. You know.
So you get up to much acting then?
I mean, would you class this as acting now?
Well, no, you're in a documentary. This isn't
Oh.
acting. I mean, you're not. What? No, you can't put this in like your acting credits. This can't go on your show reel.
Shit. Really?
Yeah, of course. It's a documentary. It's about.
No.
No, sorry, you can't. Yeah, you can't use this.
See, I thought that's what this was.
No. It's just a documentary.
Oh.
But this is just you. You can't just go. Oh yeah, there's a documentary I'm in. Like.
If only I can like sashay out of this now.
I don't know, if you wanted to use it like, I suppose as a kind of personality you can use it in a show reel, but as an actor, like this isn't acting, so you can't put it in. Do you know what I mean?
I get you. Yeah. I get you. Well, can either lie down, to be honest. And then think about a few things. That and I've got really bad cramp. Trump's still out there, you know. Obviously, he's still at large, isn't he? He's out there. I'm not really sure what the analogy was now.
Well, he wasn't elected until he graduated.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's not the point. That wasn't what I was trying to make.
What, it was a live.
I feel like
in
I've
the
been
past
made out
and-
to look stupid now.
No, not at all.
Because if there's one thing, you know, a young professional doesn't want to be regarded as stupid. You don't want to tarnish that like future career, do you? You know.
Oh no, this won't do that. Don't worry. It should be.
Okay. That's good.